your Weather Authority forecast from meteorologist Amber Wheeler.
Well, after 2 weeks with no real measurable rain, it looks like we're going to have our chance this week. In fact, we're going to have several chances for some rain and storms. And we're also looking to keep things pretty warm and humid. That's not going anywhere anytime soon. So you can see where the weather is tonight. It's all to our north. We've got tornado watch boxes along a line of storms here. And to the south, we are still warm and humid out in front of that cold front. That's going to be the culprit behind our chance for some storms over the next couple of days. So here are your weather headlines. So we're higher storm chances earlier in the week with some heavy downpours. I think that's going to be one of our issues we'll need to follow with any storm that does move over you. We're going to stay pretty humid in our temperatures this week. They're going to be above average. And in fact, towards the end of the week, they're probably going to tick upwards and get a little warm as we head into the next weekend. So here's your rain potential as we head into Monday. Notice that the numbers aren't off the charts here. That means this is going to be really hit or miss for you with the best shot mostly into the afternoon. So carry your rain jacket or your umbrella. But it is going to be very hit or miss. Here's where that cold front is now. This is going to fall to the south, and it's pretty much going to stall out to the north of us. But out in front of it, we're going to get enough lift in the atmosphere that we're going to get a chance for some showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Now, I do think that sometimes this particular model has been overdoing some of the coverage. So I still think this is going to be really hit or miss, and we're talking some heavy downpours under some of the thunderstorms that could develop. Into Tuesday, the same setup with this afternoon shower and thunderstorm activity. And again, some of these heavy downpours could cause some street flooding, and we'll carry the same forecast into Wednesday and start to see changes towards the end of the week. So here's how much rain we're talking about. I want you to take this with a grain of salt because every time I run this model, it looks a little different, or every time we get a new model run. And the reason why is because it's just picking up where some of the heavier storms could be. They could be anywhere in southeast Louisiana, coastal Mississippi, but you get that where they fall, we can get those heavier downpours that could give us that quick 2 to 3 inches, and that's going to give you that street flood concern. So that's what we'll be watching out for this week. But we certainly could use the rain. We're 2 weeks from our last measurable rain, and for the month of April, we're down by almost 2.5 inches, which is not a ton, but once you get a couple weeks out, it's good to start getting that rainfall back into the rain gauge here. So certainly looking for more rain this week, maybe kind of closing in on that deficit for the month. But what's happening is that this cold front, as it moves through, it is going to stall out. That's why we have that chance for some rain and storms, not just Monday, but into Tuesday as well. And once that happens, it's going to create this highway of disturbances that try to move over us this week. This is why we keep things a little busy on the radar throughout much of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But as we head towards the end of the week, we're going to have this ridge of high pressure try to build back in. I don't think our storm chances are going down to total 0 at this point, but I think that this is going to start to warm us up, and it's going to really slow down on that rain potential. So here's the rain forecast for the next 7 days. We are looking to keep it a little busier for the first half of the week. And while we're not down to 0 towards the end of the week and into next weekend, we're certainly looking at more of a warm, humid, drier, trending drier forecast for the next weekend. Temperatures out the door tomorrow morning won't be too far from this. We're talking mostly low 70s to start your Monday morning off with, but we're right now mostly into the mid 70s. And here's a look at your tomorrow morning's forecast. We've got some 70s again. As you can see, they're a nice warm up as we head towards that 10 o'clock hour to the mid to upper 70s. We'll hit the low 80s tomorrow. Again, take that umbrella. You're going to need it at some point, especially over the next few days. But here's your forecast for the next 7 days. Mid to upper 80s as we head towards the end of the week and into the next weekend. Of course, we know we have Jazz Fest next weekend, so we're watching the skies very closely. We're not going to be